Hello YouTube. Just wanted to share my AP collection with everybody, including the new Code 1159 with the new dial that just came out in 2020. I haven't seen any of those watches on YouTube yet, so I thought I would share it and maybe it would help some people out. I'm not planning on starting a watch channel or anything, but if you like this video, let me know. And this is definitely not my day job. I don't plan on making it my day job. I'm just, a watch enthusiast trying to share his passion. So don't expect any, great quality editing or lighting or whatever else these guys do to make their videos look so good. So starting off here is my AP Offshore diver. So the Royal Oak Offshore diver. You can see here it's the blue dial version with the yellow accents. The other current versions they have is a white dial and a black dial. The white dial was a close runner up. I did like that. The black dial was cool, but it was a little bit too conservative for my taste, for this type of watch anyway. If I'm gonna get a watch like this, I wanted to have a little pop. There's some other cool colors out there that came out in past years, like there's an aqua blue and a neon green and I think a yellow and an orange. They're all cool, but they're a little bit too loud actually for my taste, and I thought that this version was the perfect medium. Anyway, it's got the classic octagonal design here, the tapestry dial, so obvious it's no confusing it. It's definitely a Royal Oak. I wear it when I go out for runs and hanging out outside or swimming in the pool or whatever other casual thing I got going on. It definitely stands out. It gets noticed. It's a pretty tough watch. It's not overly thick, 14 millimeters in thickness. I previously had a 45 millimeter Omega Planet Ocean, and that was way thicker than this. This feels like a dress watch compared to that piece. And this Offshore is thinner than most of the other Offshores, as it's just time and date only, versus the standard Offshore has a chronograph function. But even the 42 millimeter chronographs that they have, I don't think they're too thick either, and they actually fit me really well, and I like them as well. Movement here is the old school 3120. It's been around for a long time, tried and true. It's definitely a tough movement. You can see here, if I get the focus, you got a full balance bridge, which is generally used for tougher watches. You got that nice, beautiful gold rotor with the AP crest. I love to have the display case back. That's something that Rolex does not offer you on their sports models. This one does, which is nice. Some people actually complain that the movement might be a little bit too small for this watch, but it's actually not. When you look at it this way, yeah, maybe it seems a little small compared to the case, and I get that, but you got to compare it to the dial, not the case. And if you look at the dial's pretty much exactly, maybe a tiny bit bigger than the movement. I don't think there's any problem there at all. I actually think it's sized fine. Anyway, this is my AP diver. I love it. As you can see, I have it on the yellow strap right now, and comes with a blue strap and a yellow strap when you buy it. I put it on the yellow strap because that's fun. I also have the a green strap that I bought, and a white strap too, which I'll put on probably in the fall. But let me give you guys a quick wrist shot. Not as quick as I hoped, but there you go. Beautiful. Love this watch. So cool. Okay, moving on. So for my second watch, I've got the 41 millimeter Royal Oak chronograph with again a blue dial. 26331 ST is the reference number here. I'm very fortunate to pick this watch up, as I know the demand is very strong for this, especially the blue dial, which I have here. I do think that the Panda dial is pretty sweet as well. I think enough has been said about the Royal Oaks. I don't need to go into much detail here, but you know, for me, this watch is perfect. I love it. I'm happy I got it. I can't believe I got it at retail. I got lucky. You know, the 15500 is also very popular. That's just your standard automatic version. Some people complain about the 15500 and that there's too much empty space on the dial. I don't believe that. I think the watch is beautiful and I'd love to get my hands on one. But if you do agree with that, then you should probably go with the chronograph, because it just, you know, dial's obviously filled out by the sub registers, and, you know, it's just, if chronographs are your thing, you should go for it. This thing is it's just so nice. I'm just looking at it, mesmerized right now. Also on the sub dials on this version, you know, they're a different color. They're like a silvery color, and adds an extra dimension to the piece. The older chronograph versions, it was all monotone. You know, there's so much to love about this watch, but the bee's knees for me is the dial. I mean not the dial, the bracelet. The bracelet is perfect. It is just so beautiful. And if you've never tried on an AP before, I mean, the way these things play with the light, it's just unbelievable. But if you've never tried on an AP before, go to a boutique or go to, you know, wherever, a secondhand guy, and ask to try one on. And if they don't have, you know, one of the trendy models in stock, just ask to see anything with the bracelet. It could be a woman's watch, just to get a feel for how beautiful these bracelets are. They play with the white, so they play with the light, you know, perfectly. For me, I wear this, you know, on nice nights out with my wife, or really anytime I plan on making an impression. It's pretty rare that I go out with this on and somebody doesn't say something to me. Usually, like, nice Royal Oak man is what I hear the most. All right, and now the next piece. Actually, before I move on to the next piece, let's do a quick wrist shot. Gorgeous. Looks a little black in this light, but it is blue. All right, moving on to my next blue piece. I happen to very much like blue, and unfortunately for me, that's a hot color and very hard to get. Okay. So this is the latest acquisition, the Code 1159, reference 15210. Wow. I mean, this watch pops so much. As you can see, it's a rose gold case, or they call it pink gold. It's super pale, definitely under the radar. But the way that pink gold kind of goes with the blue dial, it just complements each other so well. Just gonna get that cleaned off a little bit. But one thing that I tried this watch on last year with the older dials, and one thing I'll say is that I liked it last year, and obviously this watch got a ton of backlash last year, but I wanted to try it on myself and I liked it. The case is beautiful and interesting. It has those Royal Oak mid case, kind of see it there, that octagonal mid case in the Royal Oak. That's super cool and unique. They have these excavated lugs. Again, that is also very different. You don't really see much of that out there. You have a beautiful display case back with a beautiful, beautiful movement. It's the new caliber 4302. They're also using this in the 15500 models. You have the curved sapphire glass. Kind of see it there with the distortion. Yeah, you can kind of just pick it up. It is so very neat. Cool idea. It makes it so the watch is way more legible from a whole bunch of different angles. But for me, when I tried on the older version last year, the dials were just flat. No matter how much lacquer they used, they were simply flat and boring to me. And no matter how amazing the rest of the watch was, if the dial that you're staring at all day isn't doing it for you, then the watch isn't going to do it for you. So I passed for that reason. But now with all these new dials that came out, you know, this beautiful blue sunburst dial, they have like a maroon or purplish dial. They have those a smoked gray dial, and they have a couple other colors also. But man, what a difference a dial can make. They're kind of, they're very, it kind of reminds me of an H. Moser dial, the way that they kind of gradiate the color gradiates from the inside to the outside. So you kind of have like a nice light blue on the inside, and it just gets darker and darker to the outside until it's eventually black. Really nice. Look at how way that plays with the light. Ugh. It is beautiful. And again, the gold and the blue just complement each other so perfectly. Sometimes I'll just stare at it for a while, and it looks, to me, it looks the best in dim lighting. Like this lighting right here, I think is actually pretty cool. If the light was blasting on this, it would look like a hardcore blue watch. But in this lighting, you can kind of see it's just like kind of goes between blue and black. It's so cool. The watch comes on a blue leather strap, but I put on this Kevlar strap that I got at the boutique. And on the underside, it's not Kevlar, it's some other like material. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It might be rubber, but it's super comfortable and soft. And obviously I put this on, for the summer. I'll put the leather strap back on maybe in late fall, but for right now, this is the strap to go with on the summer. And again, to me, this is just like such a cool modern take on a dress watch. Listen, I've had other watch brands, dress watches. I've had Pateks, I've had Jaegers, and I love those brands, by the way. But to me, the typical dress watch is just a little bit too reserved for my current taste, and I think the rest of the watch community feels pretty similar to me. I think when you see steel Nautiluses selling for more than gold perpetual calendars, that kind of speaks to people's current tastes, and people are just kind of migrating away from the dress watch for whatever reason right now. And it might be just because, again, it's a little bit boring, maybe a little too reserved. But this code is not that. It's different. It's not a boring dress watch. It's cool. It's modern. I love it. When I wear my Royal Oaks out, people, luxury lovers and watch geeks will come over to me, compliment me, and we'll chat a little bit about watches. But what I've noticed is that when I wear this thing out, everybody is staring at it. Even the people that don't know watches are also staring at it. It doesn't matter. It's the business guys, it's the blue collar workers, it's the college kids, it's the soccer moms, it's the grandpas, the grandmas. Everybody is just, it just catches the light, and it catches your attention, and it's very, very cool. I love it. And to me, it's the perfect complement to my current AP collection. I could sell pretty much all my other watches, and I have a few other nice watches, and I could keep these 3 APs, and I would be covered in every situation. I got my diver for the relaxed casual days. I got the code if I want to dress up a little bit with the leather strap or this Kevlar strap, or it looks really good in a t-shirt and jeans also. And then I got my Royal Oak chronograph for pretty much every other situation. But if you're an AP lover like I am, I would strongly consider adding this to your lineup. I bought this because I loved it, and my wife was like, you need to buy this, when I tried it on. And how the hell often does that happen? So I do suspect that these pieces with the up dials are going to catch on, especially this specific version. Everyone knows the blue dials are so hot right now, and this specific blue is just, it really is. It's gorgeous. I do know that the 3 boutiques near me no longer have it. They sold out of them, and I was talking to one of them. They said they don't know if they're going to get any more this year. So I mean, just try it on. If you're near an AP boutique, try it on, give it a chance. Try not to follow the herd. It is expensive, so don't have to buy it, but try it on. I think you'll appreciate it. It'll definitely have an impact on you, and if you're an AP lover, you probably will buy it because it's different. You already have all your octagonal watches on. This is just a little bit different, and really is a nice complementary piece. So that's it. That's my collection, and I have to say, I love these watches. I love Audemars Piguet in general. There's really no one else like this brand. Still owned by the founding families. They don't play it safe, that's for sure. They give you the classic icons in the Royal Oak line. They give you some of those cooler, louder, and larger pieces in the Offshore, but with still heritage kind of worked into them. And then you also now have this the new Code 1159s, which is definitely a sweet, cool take on a modern dress watch. Again, the old ones didn't really do it for me, but with the new dials, I think they're on their way here. And I also like the millineries. They don't get enough love, I don't think, and I think they look especially cool on the ladies if you get the right piece. And another thing that I really like about AP is, they're sold by boutiques. They're sold by AP boutiques. There's very little authorized dealers, and I don't think the authorized dealers are really going to be getting the codes, honestly. So when it's sold by the boutiques, they're not going to get discounted. They're not going to get flipped into the gray market. If they're not, if they're not selling, AP won't produce them. It's as easy as that. So the value will be there. Even the ones that aren't loved at all, if you look online, like the used prices really aren't that discounted that much. But I'm lucky. I have 3 amazing boutiques all in my area. I live in the New York metro area. I actually got my chronograph from New York City. I was very lucky. I got it from somebody that was actually there for the week from Switzerland, who was doing like I guess a tour over from Switzerland. He was working there, got it from me. But since then, Robert's taken over my account. He's been great. I got my diver from East Hampton, and Gail and Christine are absolutely wonderful and welcoming people. You really need to check out their boutique if you are in the area, as it's beautiful, and they will treat you like family. My 18-year-old nephew, who doesn't, have a pot to piss in, was with me in the East Hampton boutique, and they treated him like he was a millionaire and let him try on all these crazy pieces. The kid felt like a baller, and it's a day I know he'll never forget. And then lastly, I got the Code in Manhasset, which is in Long Island as well. Emily and Jing, they helped me out, and again, I felt very welcomed, even though my 1-year-old son was throwing a tantrum, and I think I kept them at least 30 minutes past closing time, and eventually completed my purchase. This boutique is also very nice and attached to a London Jewelers, which carries pretty much every mainstream luxury watch brand there is. So that's a nice added benefit on that boutique. And I look forward to continuing my relationship with those guys as well. Well, I mean, that pretty much wraps this up. I've been collecting watches for many years, and if you guys get nothing else from this video, just remember this one thing. And I'm not saying I have all the answers, but it doesn't matter, if you buy used or new, but just buy what you like, or better yet, buy what you love, and you can't go wrong. Who knows? Maybe you get lucky, and the watch increases in value, and if it doesn't go higher in value, who cares? Because you still have the watch that you love. Remember, no one liked the Royal Oak in the 70s. No one liked the Daytona in the 60s. The Hulk Submariner used to sit on the shelf 3 years ago. And same goes for so many more so-called hot watches. So with that, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it helps you guys out. And again, if you liked it, let me know, and maybe I'll do some more of these. Thanks. Bye.